Welcome back. I think it's because we've been doing the same episode. We've been seated at the same position for the last episode, so you'll see us again in the same clothes. Not to worry, we do laundry. We're back.
Shida ni ile ya kwanza nilikuwa nimevaa hii shati. Hii pia
wewe una nguo ni sawa.
Ama tuseme wacha tuseme mimi nakuanga na uniform ya nini? Ya podcast. Bas.
Lazima ushaine ile shati yako tu moja.
Ile moja tu.
You know I have a business that sells very nice shirts, yeah?
Yeah.
You know you can just come and buy.
Yes, at Conan Apparels.
Waambie.
And I've been waiting for my customized shirts, but we'll not have that conversation today.
Let's have this conversation because it's your government. Why are you now taxing us by the value of the item being imported instead of the kgs?
It's for the item.
Yeah.
It's for that.
Tawala.
As in, kama sahi watu wataka iPhone 15, I'm like, you guys must be muddied as hell. Because...
ni wasewa nini? Ile kitu. As Kimoto put it. Ile kitu. Unajua ile kitu?
Yeah.
In this economy, whether it's wash or clean, the enemy is poverty.
That's true.
Get that money.
Ile ni ile hello ya iPhone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
sasa viewers aoni. Sasa unaona watakuwa tu outside.
Kama una Android, you don't know what you're talking about, so you can Google.
Anyway, to RJ with our usual...
At RJ.
Oh, sorry, Mtemi na Sababora.
Two-faced platypus something.
Penguin.
Perry the platypus. Continue with your part.
RJ the Perry platypus. I was thinking of a jingle, by the way. But anyway, we'll see if it comes in the next episode.
Or would you rather?
Would you rather not know how to read or not know how to write?
Not know how to write. Because you can type.
Okay. Typing is part of writing.
But how would you know how to read?
Yeah,
and
that would be my question. If you know how to read, you should know how to write.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're making the syllables,
That's a bit. I thought it was like a closed case. Okay, that was a bad one.
mushy brain you're having today.
I told you I was sleep for now. Would you rather have a headache or have a sore throat?
goddamn.
I hate headaches. At the same time, I hate sore throats. Would I rather die instead? Because
I'll just be through, not complicated. I'd rather have a headache. So throats are a mess.
Me, I'd rather have a sore throat.
So throats are a mess.
Headaches are also a mess.
Headaches kill. Woo, you.
Kwanza,
Ama tuende tu vile
you
Conan
use
amesema
spectacles.
na die.
Ebu imagine ile siku now the headache has hit you and you don't have your specs.
Stay.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah. Ama kwanza ya hapa mbele mpaka ukiangalia chini unasikia kaka kichwa
Unasikia
kinaenda nayo. Exactly. So
All the blood flow is going to
but then now your throat you can't swallow.
You can't do a lot of things.
That's not a prerequisite for men. It's not for men. We don't have a challenge. You have a challenge story for swallowing.
The thing is, your brain has gone far. You can't swallow food easily, or even water. It will hurt you.
No, but it depends if your pharynx is enlarged or not. It could be just an irritation.
So throat is just an irritation. I think that's tonsillitis and the like. So yeah,
There's some sore throats that
there's some
usually
sore
come
throats
with
where
pain.
your pharynx it enlarges.
Yeah.
So it makes it
if you have
difficult
an
to
infection,
swallow.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a bacterial infection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nitaambia siku moja nitaambia story time hivi. Acha tu nyamaza naweza mess watu huku. But in my younger years, mkisikia nimesema pharynx, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Juu nimeenda hospitali enough times. Why? Because nimeenda kwa club nikadecide kukua kimenye mko invested hapa. Simalizi hiyo stuff. Anyway, would you rather not be able to tell the time or not know left from right?
Not tell the time.
I mean, a huge percentage of people are dyslexic, so of course, I'd rather not be able to know left from right. Yeah.
I think for me, I hate time. Honestly, time is a concept invented by man to make you feel like you have a timeline to everything. I hate it.
Now we clearly see how Christopher Nolan created Tenet.
Yeah. So
This is how it started.
Yeah.
So I started with his podcast with his mates, and then
you said something about time. You said it's a concept created
by man
to
have a timeline for just to have a set period of wakati because it's still time to do things.
Do you own time or does time own you?
I think for most of us, time owns us.
No. Like, just, do you own time or does time own you?
Time owns us because we created a social. Time is like she's saying, it's a social construct, but it owns us. It's everything.
Because even you at this time, you're already thinking of things you need to do at a certain period of time.
No, that's fine. There's the contrast. Okay, there's the tangible aspect that we have created in that construct, but I'm speaking to just the concept of a timeline, not at 11 o'clock. It's the movement. We wake up in the morning, we go to sleep at night. That whole concept of like time.
I think time owns us.
Yeah.
Time owns us.
Time owns us. Okay. Ownership requires a bit of possession. Possession, if you possess something, you can dispose of it. Can time dispose of us?
Yeah.
And if so, how does it do it?
You grow old and you die. Your time is up.
But that's not... Okay, you can argue it's a factor of time passing, but it's not as a consequence of time. The existence of time.
Well, I mean, you're trying to ask a philosophical question, but try to have a set framework to understand it. Time gives into those other things that affect how we are. That's why you want to wake up at a certain time, do things at a certain time. Otherwise, you'd be functional at night, but you'd be called a night. What would you call those people who run at night? Night runners. You'd be called.
Say that again. Time gives
into those other things that affect us.
So those are the things that own us.
Yes, but no affect. So in its essence, time owns us. Time is in the background. Time is at both daddy. Like the shadow government. Which is quite funny because we created time, so it's a vicious looped cycle.
Okay, one more caveat question. Memory. Do you own them or do they own you?
Oh,
I think I own them.
You own them.
Yeah.
Again, possession.
Yeah.
You can let go of something.
Yeah.
Can you let go of your memories?
Yeah.
Can you let go of your memories?
Yeah.
it's possible. I mean,
How?
psychologically, if you have people
Not as a biological defect.
no, I'm saying psychologically, if you have people who've been through trauma, so much so that they've told themselves some other things, whatever you tell, if you tell your mind to let go of it and you believe that certain frame of events or series
But you
of,
see, that's very specific to one faction of memory.
But the thing
What
is,
about the happy ones?
now that's the thing. I was going to just mention the fact that if it's not relevant to you, you realize there are things you just forget. So there's a time where, for example, if you and your siblings ever sat down and everybody gave a concept of a certain time of period, something happened, you'd realize everybody has a different memory. And maybe now there are some parts of that memory you forgot. So at that time, you're like, yeah, by the way, you chose to dispose of it because it didn't matter to you. So whatever you keep are the cause of
So
what you want.
did you choose to
keep.
dispose of it, or did it require some certain trigger to be reactivated? Because you had no control over that situation. It's someone who's just reminded you, quote unquote. So it's not something that you purposefully went into some archive and said, this is mine, let me pull it out. And no, it's something that's been triggered by somebody else.
I'll say two things as to why I think we own memories. One, memory loss.
Okay.
Memory loss in its stance. The people who completely lose their memories have to do therapy. Sometimes may get them, sometimes they may never. I live.
Caveat.
Yeah.
If I own this and somebody takes it away from me violently, I've not lost it. Someone has stolen it from me.
Uh-huh.
So the memory loss is not you purposefully choosing to let go of it. It's circumstances beyond your control that have erased whatever it is that you experience. Okay. And even then, it can be rebuilt.
Okay. But like you said, that's how you lost it. It has nothing to do with ownership or not. Whether it's stolen or lost it or you give it, ownership is ownership. That's a different conversation, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So one, memory loss. you have to lose something that you have. Memories don't lose you; you lose your memories. That's what I think. 2, I'll use what people talk about. Look at when relationships are after the honeymoon stage, and you guys are not okay. What do you remember? You talked about happy memories, but what do you remember 3/4 of the time? What do people hold on to? Or marriages and people hold on to the things that weren't right. Many a times we always take the beautiful, the happy memories for granted.
Yeah, that's actually very true.
So it depends with your mindset again. So attitude and memories. You remember what you're intentful about remembering.
Okay. For me, I don't think we own our memories. I also don't think our memories own us.
Okay.
But I do think our memories belong to us.
Oh, yeah. Clearly, our vijana Strathmore, yeah, it's okay.
No. Like based on what she was saying, how you'll see it about, trying to recount one experience that you guys shared, and each person has a different account of it. So in that instance, your memory belongs to you. Yeah.
I'm just wondering how we are talking about how the fact that we haven't slept and you guys are running, I don't know what mileage is for those brains. Like, I can't go deep as you guys are.
It's a default setting.
This topic was not about time. I just realized.
Time is money.
Yeah.
Money is power. And power is why I wake up in the morning.
Power is a concept.
Kenya power.
True. Anywho.
Kenya power is a concept.
Back to the topic of the day. Earlier on, we discussed about our own relationships with money. So in this episode, we were supposed to talk about our relationships with money and our partners.
Our significant
others.
Yeah.
And nowadays I've had debates about it. So let me just say partners, because I see people just introducing people. This is my partner, and I'm left wondering, business partner, partner.
We watu wanaitangwa mkopo.
Yes, mkopo, mpoa, settlement plan.
Excitement.
I've had a lot of things. So whatever floats your boat, whatever goes with you, I think
that
is
person
great.
that you share a lot of core memories with, if we can say, at this moment in time.
That's a nice one. Cool memories, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's a nice
So
one.
what's your relationship?
Rafael anaangalia catalog anashangaa ma.
Nitaanza wapi? We see your granddad's blood didn't go far away from the branches. Yeah.
Yet to the apple.
Tunakujua. This is why you're paying the
So I can go.
platypus.
I can shoot.
Yeah.
Drawing into this, I think understanding your relationship with money, one, is important to be able to understand relationship with anyone else.
Yeah.
So one, I think, and I keep on saying this, and the people who've been in my life or graced my life in whatsoever fashion, still are, not are, I keep on saying money, like I say, it's important, especially for relationships. You see, in relationships, we focus about, this is just a personal opinion, about very many other things. And like Raf and Platypus said before, it gives access. So you feel that access, especially for a male human being, you feel that access in relationships because your romance is adjudged through that money. Your showing up is adjudged through that money because you constantly need to elevate. Because
I didn't want your money. All I wanted is for you to just be there.
Yeah. Of course. With our very beautiful gender, you cannot complete it. It's a moving cycle.
In fact, there's a gentleman who we were having that conversation with about babes and trying to understand them, and he said that which was created when man was asleep requires a bit of mystery. So just leave it like that. There's some things that you not understand. So just
good.
And I was at peace. I was
that's
like,
good.
You know what?
You cannot. So when it comes to you and your significant other, I think before in our episodes we've mentioned effective communication. If we haven't, then I must have been dreaming about this episode.
No, we've mentioned.
So effective communication. And one of the things you need to communicate about is money. Because you see, it boils down to a lot of things. It boils down to how you are with your kids. It boils down to how you are as a family, as an entity. So if you do not discuss it, so the relationship comes from what you decide. Understanding who you both are separately with money and now what you want to be with money. So that for me is the case. Like that's how I enter any relationship, or that's how I start. This is how we are. This is where we're going. And it's easier said than done, because sometimes you experience a lot of things, but that for me is how I'd base my relationship with my.
Do you feel like as men sometimes tunakuanga na pressure in relationships to be that safety net?
Yes.
See, sometimes it's always there.
Yes.
It's always
like
there.
a big yes.
I didn't even finish the question.
Yeah,
always
even
you see
before
the
you
thing
finish
is-
it. Yes.
And people might fight me for it, but this is a thing that has been there for as I mean, since time immemorial. You look at for men, many a times you are judged by what's in your pocket. For women, they've been traded by how beautiful they look. I'm saying for what has existed.
We nikugumu outside here.
So I'm saying
Ukipiga utakuwa peke yako.
Yeah.
I'll not say whether I agree with you or not.
no, I'm saying
Chances are I'd probably do, but
for the longest time. So you'll find people talking about men don't need to have achieved. You remember that time when we were watching this YouTube episode and they were saying a grown man of below 30. How is a person who's below 30 a grown man?
So
You remember when we were watching that? Also,
nakumbuka kina
I have something
Kimanzi.
to
Yeah.
say, but wacha tu ninyamaze.
so I mean,
Because what?
financially, when you're talking about financially, you can't be saying below 30. What do you mean?
That's true.
This person has just finished uni, had 4 or 5 years to figure things out, and then they're 30 and
Growth is also another concept that
Yes.
people need to.
yeah.
It's how you feel or how circumstances have shaped you to be.
Thank you.
Because honestly, even maturity, you'll find a 16-year-old more mature than a 30-year-old.
Yes.
It's really just, it's how you've been socialized, how you've been brought up, or the environment you put yourself in.
Tell us the truth. Are you dating someone younger than you?
Yeah.
She's been dropping the hints, yeah?
No, I'm not.
Umeanza
to be honest.
kujustify hapa niko tu
To
zile
be
za
I'm not.
tuseme tu ukweli.
No, I'm not. But being the oldest in this group, you see how we can still have
Yo,
this conversation.
Yeah, but she spoke about how you can be young and be mature, so she could be old and then with a few more growth. So
On for the win. On for the
so,
win.
yeah.
Umepigwa minus hapo. Niyo jezi umevaa.
I'm feeling like Onana here, but it's okay. It's okay. We move regardless.
But anyways, so I think one conversation is important, but yes, it's that the pressure is always there because everyone wants to be taken care of. It makes stuff easier.
Yeah.
And I think we also spoke about the 3 Ps in, I think, is there am I toxic one episode? Protect, provide,
Profess.
profess.
Yes.
Profess,
Yeah.
protect, provide.
Yes.
I think provide comes first.
So-
no, protect comes first, then provide, then profess.
Even before she says that protect, for her to feel like you're protecting her, she must respect you as a man, and that comes from the provision of you
Yeah.
doing the thing. So it'll always start with providing. Yeah. So that's why she'll be like, "This is my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man." Doesn't come from
Thank you to
anything.
my man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Please stop it. I have a would
reveal.
you rather question actually, because it's a debate I'm having with my friends, and I don't think anybody has an answer to this. Would you rather? Now, this is in a male-female concept. Probably this episode might be longer. Don't keep on checking your time. But would you rather be the one, as a man, earning more than your wife, or would you rather your wife earn more than you?
Wacha tuambiane tu ukweli. I'd rather be the one earning more.
I've been in scenarios where people, I've been graced and been around women
You've been?
in scenarios, and
You've
I've been
been?
graced. In and around women. Don't be
Sema bila
stupid.
blush.
Don't be silly. I'm not blushing. It's because you're an idiot. Where people are, ladies are earning or are less than I am, and it comes back to the communication. But again, that communication only goes so long because men still need to provide, and women, and that's why you'd find things coming up. You started with promise when things were good. Now you're not looking like you have ambition, and now any other thing that is below the belt will be used against you when she's frustrated from earning all the money.
Hata
that she's
kwenu
earning.
mnanga TV. Shangana mnaishi pamoja.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That took time to learn, but
I think I understand when people say it's just easier for a guy to earn more money. It is, but I can sit down and believe. Let me use Celestine and Njugush's example. They keep on saying how Njugush was funny. Yeah, but that funniness is what is keeping it on. And congratulations to her. She's driving a Range right now. But for a while, in the hardest part probably of the relationship, he had nothing, and she was the one who was coming through. So I mean, if you find someone,
story ndio alikuwa na finance mademu wa Njugush because alikuwa anapea Njugush food, then Njugush anaenda kupeleka.
yeah,
You guys are messy.
Men.
so yes,
Yeah, fear men.
I think also to chime onto that element of communication, there is also quote unquote a background check that one must endeavor to carry out, and it's finding out how this person has grown up.
Yeah.
Like with everything.
Yeah.
When it comes to religion, when it comes to their sexuality and their preferences, when it comes to
I liked preferences.
They have an inside joke again. Third wheel.
no. Where? Usifanye tuko out hapa. Anyway, that background check needs to be done. And on both ends, just do a bit of a due diligence when you say mwangalie, okay, fine, this is probably how these guys exist. Now, of course, this is in the case you guys are in a relationship, you're exclusive and stuff like that. Because how finances are handled in that house is how finances will be handled in your homestead. Yeah. I saw a tweet from one of my boys, is called Irungu. Shout out. He said he used to disagree with his dad akiwa high school kabisa, and now he's turning to his own father.
Yeah.
And nakumbuka tukiwa high school alikuwa nakapitia. So the more things change, the more they just stay the same. So if you
actually, most men, I've realized, even from the guys I grew up with, they turn up to be their fathers at the very end.
Exactly, yeah. So unaenda unaangalia baba ya msee uone ujamaa ananyanyasa mamake, ananyanyasa watoi, msee amekuwa hustler, akipata hiyo do guaranteed for majority of the part they'll turn into the same person.
Yeah.
Or you can find, in the case where someone has had a bit of enlightenment and exposure, there's an overcorrection. So sasa they'll move away from the stinginess, and now they become free for all. So, and even in that, now there's a bit of
the conflict with not
there's no safety net. Exactly. Yeah. So it becomes a bit tricky. So so now in your personal interactions, that's where now you can start to see unaitisha mse girlfriend allowance, mse kwao mamake hatakuwa anapata pesa ya mboga. So
Girlfriend allowance
natoa wapi ni ya nini? Unaona? Tuende tujenga nyumba.
What are we bonging?
What are we bonging? Motherfucker wewe. One. Takushika.
But shout out to men who try to change the matrix.
True.
Because honestly, I know
Change
a couple
the
of
matrix.
guys. Yeah.
I think that's how the title of this episode has come about.
Change the matrix. Change your
Yeah, because I for
ni
example,
matrix.
I avoided dating you.
Matrix ni moja.
Yeah.
Matrix ndio mingi.
Yeah.
So change your matrix.
No, there's matrix, and there's matrix and matrices.
See, zote ni the same.
Yeah, so it depends.
It
Nice.
depends.
Go on.
My brain is not braining like that, man.
Pole.
Anyway,
Is it pregnancy brain?
stop it. Anywho, to add on to the topic,
It's Friday then.
from Kitambo, I used to avoid dating people from your tribe. Sorry to say. Why?
What kind of tribe?
Because you don't worry, we won't say it out loud.
Mimi
But
nikijeke
maybe they will
tilengwale.
know.
Mimi nilikuwa wale wanaitwa nani?
Maji rebellion.
Wale wa Moshi. We settled in Moshi
Wacha
sisi.
niongee. Wacha niongee.
Sawa.
Wacha niongee. Okay? Thank you. Anyway, I knew men from your side of the country were stingy, and it had been the stereotype for the longest time. Till I met one, and it's not like they were not, but they were willing
To change.
to change. And that's why I applaud it. Because as much as even me, for example, from my tribe, it's true, I'm very confrontational. Sometimes it can even get violent. But I've learned, and as much as the stereotype is there, it doesn't identify me as that person. I can decide to be different. And that's now where now I'll add up to when it comes to now relationship and money, to the question where I asked who earns more. For me, when we come into a union, we need to factor in a lot of things. And money is, I think, number one of the topics everybody talks about. And even if it doesn't come up on the first date, it will come up on the second date. Because we need to know how will we be comfortable in this relationship and what roles are we playing. And it's not doing wifely duties on a girlfriend tender, to be honest. May that be put aside. If you're, for example, at my age now when we're dating, we're not dating for fun. We're dating
That's
because
true.
we're dating for a big, brighter future.
You're looking for a company.
Yes. There's what I want, there's what he wants. We need to synchronize and see if it can work. If it can't, that's where now we realize maybe we're not compatible.
Yeah.
And maybe we can decide, yes, we're not compatible because our goals are different, but how can we sit down and change and shift, and who will compromise here so that maybe it almost aligns.
Yeah.
You'll never be the same, you'll never be perfect, but there's compromise that comes into place. So if I'm earning more money, that's okay. There's the respect that comes in a relationship of, this is my man, yeah? We respect each other. As much as I'm earning maybe 2 times, 10 times, doesn't matter. He's still my man. He knows his responsibilities.
Yeah.
He knows his responsibilities from the word go. And he will keep making the effort to make sure that this responsibility is done. For example, if it's paying for the kids' school fees, he will pay to his ability. Maybe now, since I'm earning more, I'll be like, "Hey babe, tutoe watoto Nairobi school, tuwapeleke sasa Brighton.
ISK.
Nitachanga the rest. I'll give the rest." Because now it's not about an individualism. It's more of, now we're in this union. We are trying to make these 2 lives that we've made into one better. So why do we need to fight about finances?
That's true.
You need to synchronize. Simple as that. Although my preference would be, of course, my man earning more, because girlfriend allowance, tamu wase.
Pesa si yako.
Speaking of, I need to call for my hair to be done. But yeah, so it's beautiful when a man
Pendwa
is,
raha.
Kupenda sisi
Pendwa
wenye
ni raha sana.
kinyozi unakuanga na receivables, payables huko.
It's easier when the man is earning.
It's
That's the
much
point.
easier. Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, the same way life is changing, and we have independent women out here who are doing the most and have become career women. We need to learn how to also shift our brains and shift our thoughts into, it's no longer a men versus women. Even when you come into that marriage, it's not me versus my husband. It's the 2 of us making a good life. Simple as that.
True.
Nuggets of wisdom. You can see Konene. She's always read for the exam, but yeah, I didn't read for the exam, guys. But
Oh, not to forget, the grass is not greener on the other side.
It's greener where you water it.
Thank you.
yeah, watu wa majimaji rebellion, now they're watering grass.
Unakuanga
It's all right.
You see, when they say, when someone is about to create life, unakuanga more intuitive.
You guys, hey, I don't know why are you people manifesting a baby for me? And with this tactics, I cannot even afford.
Tutamleta hapa.
Nuggets of wisdom.
Utakuwa mascot wa podcast.
Akinaenda kujifunga sasa.
More to follow.
Clearly.
Tying those knots. No,
Clearly.
no, not read.
Aye.
Your
So, yeah,
turn.
I think yeah,
we finished?
you've not have you given your
Yes,
yeah, he did. I think he
I
did with
did.
that. So yeah, guys, I know this is a bit of a chatty subject, so please give us your
tunataka
views.
feedback by the
Yeah,
continue
give us
our
your
podcast.
views and whatnot.
But si kwa club. Sasa tukienda kwa club na mtu anaanza kuniambia
sawa,
stories
watu
za
wamejua we ni mlevi.
platonic.
Si umeita hii pombe
Hapana,
na club sana.
skiza. First of all, last 3 months nimeenda clubs twice. And it's your birthday umse.
Kwani ulizaliwa twice?
Sinaona vile mtu ashajipiga chenga. Amekuwa kama rigijina ile. Yeah.
What was happening on that video? I still don't understand.
Anyway. Sasa nilikuwa nasema nini? Kwa club mtu anaanza kuniambia sijui tell me about the 4 types of love. Sasa nashangaa surely.
Because when you're drunk, you have
kuna-
nuggets of wisdom.
No, that's fine, but kuna makelele so ni zile za ati umesema
No, just
And you have to start whispering. Then
ca-
upigwe picha ukwe mi mali.
no. But if you're famous, you're famous. That now at least now when you meet famous people, don't ask them those questions.
But shout out to the people who actually listen to the podcast and instantly call you to just like
Give their
add up
feedback.
or give feedback. Kwanza kuna wengine wanakwanga so wise. I'm like, yo, so you come just to the next
Ukona
podcast.
mse unaweza piga shout out.
Yeah. McKenna, my
Wambie,
love.
McKenna.
Yeah.
For me, it's everyone who's listened. Everyone.
That's true. Even
Everyone
me,
who's
Even
listened.
Noidi.
They've graced
No,
my...
Indy is a producer at Sound City Radio, and let me tell you, he even gives me
Sound
tips.
City Radio.
He gives me tips on how we make this better. Lakini the lazy me, I usually forget the next one.
So
But shout out to you too.
And our mutual friend Lele.
Yeah. And my person.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that one flew over my head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but anyways, I don't think there's need to for things to fly over my head because we're about to welcome someone. But well,
Shindwe.
Bye,
We're not
guys.
manifesting this.
ciao.